If you're buying a home in BC, you're going to hear the word subjects a lot. And if nobody explains it to you properly, you could end up in a situation that you didn't sign up for. So let me break it down. When you make an offer on a property, that offer can come with conditions attached to it. We call those conditions subjects. Basically, you're saying to the seller, I want to buy your home, but only if certain things check out first. The most common ones you'll see are subject to financing, subject to a home inspection, and if it's a strata property, subjects to review of the strata documents. And of course, part of the financing could include an appraisal, evaluation of the property, just to make sure that the property meets your purchase price. Each one in there is to protect you. Subject to financing means your mortgage has to be approved by the bank before you're locked in and you commit. Subjects to inspection means a professional gets to walk through the property and flag anything that should concern you. And subject to strata review means you get to look under the hood of the building, get to see the financials, the meeting minutes, any outstanding levies, any outstanding amounts that the actual current owner is owing that you can straighten out with them before you actually fully commit to buying. You'll usually have a set window to remove your subjects, typically somewhere between 5 and 10 business days. That's called the subject removal period. During that time, you and your team, your realtor, your mortgage broker, your inspector, whoever, are all working to make sure that everything checks out. Here's the important part. In BC, your deposit typically isn't paid until after you remove subjects and you go firm on the deal. Once you remove subjects, you are committed fully 100% to buying this property. So during that subject period, you haven't put any money on the table yet. That's the whole point. Subjects are there to protect you before you're committed. Which is why when I had a client a few years back who was considering going in without subjects to make their offer look stronger in multiple offer situation, I stopped them. Going in firm means you're committed from the moment that the seller signs and accepts your offer. No inspection period, no financing conditions, and if something goes sideways, the deal still has to close and you're still responsible. You could be on the hook for your deposit, and in some cases, even more than if the seller has to sell and relist it, you could be responsible for those expenses and the difference between what your offer was and if there's a price drop. Now, in some situations, a firm offer makes sense. Investors who know the property well, buyers with significant cash positions, people who've done their due diligence up front. But for most buyers, especially first timers, subjects are not a weakness in your offer. They are your protection. Understand what you're giving up before you give it up. If you're heading into the market and want to talk through how to structure your offer, what subjects make sense for you, send me a message. That's exactly what I'm here for.